Yeah.
Okay.
It's all good.
Welcome, good people of YouTube. We're here today with our predictions for YCS Barcelona. I'm Vince LaRosa.
I'm Vinny Castelli.
I'm Mike Merchant.
I'm Zach Bush. Let's go.
Yeah. Jeff Furcher.
And we have a shit ton of decks that we think have potential to top. But only one of them can. And we're going to go over each of them because we have a nice long list. What's the first deck, Mike?
We should start with the top four that was at the last YCS. So let's start with the winners and Zectors.
Now, fortunately, I was totally bullshitting the last YCS when I said Inzectors would win. Because Dragonfly and Hornet were at 3 and it did nothing. And then they went to 1 and the deck won. Which really doesn't make any sense. But it did. And then Mermails got 2nd and Windups got 3rd.
And
Mermails got 4th. Okay. So obviously this new water deck is rocking shit pretty well. So expect to see a lot of that. I don't think the water deck will get first. I expect it to have a lot of showing. But I still feel like I was just kind of talking. The water deck relies a lot on the graveyard, which I feel like any decks like that always have trouble topping a lot when it comes to the like an actual YCS.
Especially
just the reliance on the graveyard alone is very
especially in formats where there are decks that do really well that can main macro. Like any deck that, especially this format this format, any deck that can main macro Cosmos will do pretty well because it has the automatic game 1 advantage against Elenium Mermails, Chaos Dragons, stuff like that.
Also, sir, Inzectors have more plays than just Dragonfly Hornet. That's just their best one. I mean, it's not completely graveyard reliant, sir.
It's true.
Card's a good card. It's a +1.
Their biggest play right now is the Centipede with Gigamantis or
Ladybug.
Ladybug.
It's really all about Ladybug.
And Ladybug.
Ladybug's broken.
I mean, obviously their best play is to equip Gigamantis and then triple caliber. That way their fucking thing is
except they only play
5/6.
One of my friends back home,
more,
he played Inzectors like this. He played Ant. He played the Axe.
Alright, we don't talk about bad Zectors.
That's how you should make Inzectors now.
Alright.
Don't they have like a crossbow? Is it crossbow's cool?
But in all honesty, Inzectors are probably a one-off. I don't think they're gonna.
No, I don't think.
They're gonna heavyweight.
That was a pretty good.
I think it was just a good player playing a deck that he knew really well.
Yeah. I mean, Threatening Roar for the win.
It's so good in that deck.
But
it's really good in the deck.
Now,
pretty much the whole reason why.
Especially now, everybody's going to be expecting to see Threatening Roar and Inzectors, and you can definitely play around Threatening Roar.
I mean,
so
net deckers come in swarms.
You're not funny.
Shut up.
Yeah, that's pretty good. I just want to say that I feel like the deck now is kind of like Gear where you search twice, you win. Successfully fulfilling a double search like Centipede if you can protect it. It's great. I think the deck is a lot better than it seems because we were so used to the old Inzectors where everything was just blowing up. Now this deck is different. It's a different beast. So obviously it was probably underestimated. I want to say that too.
Prohibition's probably going to be a really good side against that deck, just because you Prohibition the Centipede and you put down any other protection.
I hate that card.
Why?
I lost on the bubble because of that card.
Prohibition Grapha?
No. You Prohibition Grapha and Snow. All right.
It's over.
Actually, sir, he Prohibitioned Snow on Light of Darkwold, and I remember looking over at him like, "You douche! You know Snow's name." You obviously hate Darkworlds enough that you remembered Snow is the Unlight of Darkworld.
I mean,
I don't remember.
I thought I'd be a douche back to him. The Fossil Dyna, I was like, you can't overlay with Fossil Dyna when I have Snow Drain.
Yeah,
it's a condition, right?
Packy's totally a condition. It's not
no tangents, guys. No tangents.
Yeah.
Anyway,
what other decks do we have?
What about Windups?
That deck's piece of shit. I mean, that deck's okay.
The deck's really good.
I think Windups will be able to do something if they decide to main Defissure. Because Defissure allows all of their detaches to still hit the grave, but it shuts down stuff like Maxine, Effect Veiler, and shuts down all the Atlantean Mermail.
I expect to see Veiler. And Max C mained more now.
Actually, I expect to see Valor main less because Valor doesn't do anything.
Actually, I'll see Valor main more just because Inzektor's won.
I'd expect to see it
just this YCS. After this, then
God, I really hope Gadgets win. That would just make my day.
We could have a video about Valor.
Yeah, that'd be good.
There's a lot of good stuff.
Mental note.
Okay, so Mike, you have an opinion about windups, like vacuum yourself, like.
The deck's just really good. I mean, any deck that can poop out Shockmaster first turn and is basically game, except when you play against Mermail, so you just undine and then go for game anyway.
Yeah.
But, I mean, I agree. Defissure and windups is really good right now, and I think any deck that's going to windup deck that's going to top is going to main Defissure, or at least side into it. Or
side 3.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They have to
Honestly, I feel like for macro, any macro deck, or any deck that's going to use Defissure or Macrocosmos, it's either going to be main 2, side to 3rd, or main 3, or side all 3.
It's got to be.
It's got to be all 3 of them.
Yeah.
2 of them's not going to cut it.
They even also side Macrocosmos. Like, it really doesn't hurt the deck that much. It only hurt them when they had the loop, but they don't have the loop anymore.
Yeah. No.
But
really, it hurts
the difference
the
with
red.
difference with Macrocosmos is that doesn't Macrocosmos the material gets banished too, right?
It all gets
That which is the difference between Fissure and Macro.
But guys,
But they don't really care.
You're forgetting the most important part.
Rat's pretty good.
No, man. Fucking Chamber doesn't care about macro.
Chainburn, if Chainburn somehow manages
Watt
to create
Chainburn.
Watt Chamber, 3 Watt Cobra, 2 Swift Scarecrow, 2 Lava Golems, and the rest of the Chamber
flute deck, like that.
I really like that deck.
I swear, it's at least like a guarantee that a Chamber deck is guaranteed a top 32 every single YCS. Or at least every other YCS, I feel like.
But who wants to be? Nobody respects that person.
No,
So
nobody
guys,
respects that person.
Don't go out and play Chainburn because you think you're gonna win. Because first off, nobody will like you.
It's true.
And second off,
I mean, it's bad enough if you play
respect your
Windups.
ability to play. Like,
Plus, honestly, I feel like we're going to see more Royal Decree in side decks because
I mean, it's a staple in all my side decks.
Yeah.
I mean, it
They're,
basically
like,
has
so
to
it's
be-
like
people who
It's the only reason why I side World Decree.
Well, but more than that, for just on Chainburn, it's going to stop stuff like what is it, Abyss Sphere?
Yeah.
It's going to shut down the Abyss Spheres. It's going to shut down Threatening Roars, Torrentials, Mirror Forces, stuff that in
traps.
Game 2 when you really have to in matchups where you're forced to have to push over things like with Atlantean Mermails, the Royal Decree is going to be really important.
I think Trap's done. Sorry.
Well,
Trapstun's
you got decks like Chaos Dragons and Agents that I think.
we've totally missed Agents who.
Agents are nutty as shit.
All right, prediction right now: Simon He with Agents is going to win YCS. Where is it? Barcelona. I'm calling right now.
If he goes, then yeah.
Yeah, he's going to win.
He's
He will
going
dark
to be top 16.
He will Dark Magic Attack for game.
Oh,
Fair.
Lord. You don't know
No,
about
he actually
that.
going to play that card.
If you don't know about it, look it up because it's
Simon He,
hilarious.
Dark Condition. Okay, well, let's talk about because I'm actually the most interested to see how Agents do because let's look. It's got a great matchup against Dragons. Honestly, I cannot win against Agents when I'm playing Dragons.
We can actually kind of talk about these two decks in tandem because they really have the same kind of play
the
style.
same concept.
They all hold.
They do their once off summons, just to get their net the small card advantage, and then just have 1 or 2 turns where they're just like
drop their hand. And
Yeah,
then they win.
everything is on the field.
Their hand is their field, and that's really hard to play with because you're like, well, shit. I mean, he could have 3 dead Shine Balls, or he'd have the nuts.
Yeah.
Which is like BLS and
Even if he has the Shine Ball, he's always has the hair.
yeah. If he has a Shine Ball, he has the Herald. So the Herald's live, and then he has
Harold and
Christia.
Christia.
yeah.
Herald, Shine Ball, Christia. GG.
That's just GG against Mermail.
Flip call.
And honestly, Trooper Agents, Chaos Agents, they're the exact same damn thing. So just
I mean, it's Agents.
Yeah.
it's Agents regardless.
While we're there, all right. I just want to rule out Chaos Dragons aren't going to win because I personally think as nutty as they are, they lose to Agents, and I think that they lose to.
They lose to Macro just as bad as.
They lose to Macro.
And
Just
I
as
think
bad as the Water.
Their Water deck's gonna be. People are gonna side for the Water deck.
I think Water just stomps on Chaos Dragons too.
It really does because
You can make Light Pulse on this timing with me.
yeah,
Yeah.
you can make Light Pulse Harvest timing, which
It's
is
hilarious.
a big deal.
Or you can just take their light pulsar or their
Yeah.
remedy.
Stop. I mean,
Special summon Gunyear that you. That
Let's
got killed.
talk about two.
Yeah.
Let's talk about two anti-meta decks. One you forgot, Mike. But I don't expect you. I expect you to forget. We have
Okay.
we have Dino Rabbit.
I don't consider that deck, but
Heroes
okay,
Heroes in the deck, sir.
Wow.
You know, it actually
Mass
takes skill to
change.
play.
Yeah, Mass Change. Remember that?
also look for our upcoming segment: things that only happen on DN.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Random shit that only happens
Main
on
deck roll
DN
the
and
creep.
never happens anywhere.
Main
Every
deck
time.
roll the Kree.
Every time.
Every time
Every
you're
time
playing
you
a trap heavy deck, main deck roll the Kree.
So,
Fuck you.
so Dino Rabbit did some pretty nice stuff last. I think there were like 3 top 30.
I think 3 top 30,
Three
3,
or
4,
four.
something like that.
I feel
It was like half a handful.
All
or
of them
something.
were maining macro too, weren't they?
So, yeah,
I
it's
know
some sort
at
of-
least
some
two
sort
are
of vanishing.
At
They
least
should
two.
have been.
I mean, all right, it's a budget deck now. Like it's
Yeah.
the cheapest deck. It's really
I mean, the
solid.
Cobblestones or Saber Swords
Yeah.
are like the most expensive part of the deck.
No,
Less
no,
misplays.
Lance and Tour Guide. Lance and Tour Guide are the 2 most expensive cards for the
No, Saber Swords and Cobblestones.
Probably. I mean,
You
the
spend
hardest
$20 and you spend $80 and you get the entire Dino Rabbit deck
Yeah.
engine.
And to put this into perspective for you guys, all 5 of us were at YCS Kansas City last year
Oh my
when
God.
the
No,
deck
let's not talk about
when
that.
the deck premiered and the deck
Okay.
was
Oh,
over
Oh, Vince
$1,000.
wasn't. Vince wasn't.
Oh, yeah,
I
except for
don't want to
Vince.
talk about that.
I'm sorry, Vince.
I'm sorry that.
But just to give you guys a timeline comparison, the entire deck was over $1,000 at Kansas City, and that was the first tournament.
Okay.
And now
I shit
it's
myself
like
a little bit whenever he opened up.
Now
Rabbit.
I'm going.
and now it's
Remember
100.
I packed Rabbit and then I traded to you.
Oh
and
yeah.
I got my entire Dark World deck pretty much.
I was
Let me just
excited.
say that I'm going to use Dino Rabbit to teach my girlfriend how to play because it is that cheap now,
Yeah,
and
it's,
it's
and I
that.
can.
and it's
that,
a solid deck.
And
Like
it's still autopilot.
no,
It takes
No.
skill now.
it takes skill.
It
now.
takes
So
more
evolve
now than
dinos.
it did.
Honestly, I was kind of surprised like a hero deck didn't sneak in, just one.
They have
I
a
think
nonsense.
Heroes, I think Heroes actually have a really hilarious advantage against Atlantean Mermails now because they super poly into absolute 0 and they gain attack.
Yeah.
You
But I
can't
play
get
Creature
over
Swap.
Ab-Zero.
But I play Creature Swap, and then just take their F-Zero and then. Hilarious.
Fuck, the Atlantean deck cannot get over Ab-Zero because remember that one time you just tried swarming over Ab-Zero and it just kept getting stronger.
Absolute
They got
Zero. The
That
effect
guy's
that
always
everybody
the answer.
forgets about with Absolute Zero is that it gains 500 attack points for every other water monster on the field.
Man,
not on your side of the field, on the field. So with, if you try to swarm over it, if there's
Just
about
get
five
buffer.
waters on the
Then you can
field,
just super poly Moon Glacia, and then they can't even attack next turn.
Yeah. Ultimate troll mode.
Okay.
All right, so I think we hit.
Do we have everything over?
Hold on, Dark World's go with this tier because that's kind of categorized into the popular.
Rogue deck.
Dark World will be a rogue deck.
But Dark World needs to be maining Dark Smog to be doing
Yes! I've been maining Dark Smog since, like, the middle of the last format.
Yeah.
Just because it's amazing against Dino Rabbit Game 1. I just poop all over Dino Rabbit. Inzectors, fuck them. Mermails, fuck them.
You can chain it on their effects, can't you? Like, you could shut down one of their effects by banishing it from the graveyard before it resolves.
No, it's still
Yeah,
activated.
Alright,
It's still
Would
active.
it have to be in the graveyard to resolve?
No,
So
it's just
it's
it's like
active for it to
Dandelion. If you
go
banish
off.
Dandelion as a chain link too, Dandelion still resolves with the chain link.
Alright,
It's
why-
still an amazing card because it's a discard outlet,
Is this
which is amazing. I main one and then I side a second.
It keeps Mullen Glacia plays from being live.
Yeah, that too. Well, I don't even care about Moon Glacier. They can drop Moon Glacier, and I had.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Oh,
Oh yeah,
There
cool.
is
Have
that.
Silva, Brow.
Just like be like,
Snow,
pick your two,
Grappa,
please.
Just pick your pick your poison.
I set all my spell trap cards. Let's just take a guess that I probably set my spell trap cards.
I mean, I always do.
Unfortunately, Dark Worlds
Like
have-
YOLO, man, just set everything right.
Dark Worlds will be decided for just like the water.
Yeah,
Macro.
unfortunately they get hit
Macro,
just the same way.
soul drain.
Macro Soul Drain, sorry.
I do better against like pure anti-meta decks. Just
But
when
that's
they make
because most
Defissure macro. I just do so well
But-
against them. I don't know why.
But that's because most pure anti-meta decks are clunky in terms of how, like, their play style. Like, they're kind of uneven in how they hit the field, and
Yeah,
when
but
their plays go
We're not
off,
worried-
it's
we're
not
not worried
really.
about anti-meta.
But I'm like I side the Rykos, so I might actually side the third Ryko just because now
Yeah, it's
Soul
probably
Drain,
yeah.
macro, Defissure
See,
a lot more prevalent.
I
Yeah,
think
for
I think a deck that I don't know if it'll sneak in because it's just slower than the the Earth deck, aka Geargia, because they're making all the attribute decks now. What Geargia gadgets?
Geargia is not going to
Machina,
get top 32.
Machina, whatever you want to call it.
Hold on. I gotta see if this is still growing. Keep going.
All right, cool.
Whoa.
I don't know if Geargia will necessarily top because. Wait, is it?
Yeah, it's still going.
Okay.
Yeah,
Cool.
yeah. It's okay.
Sorry, we were having technical difficulties, YouTube.
Macro.
Geargia won't do anything just
I don't-
because of mermails.
yeah, I don't think
like, they
Geargia's
say
gonna do
armor, like, Undine pop.
I think Machina gadgets would do anything because they don't have to set and wait. Like they can just.
Machina can do really well. Just
Yeah, no,
because,
they-
with
they
Fortress,
really
they
A
like
deck that can
tar-
+1 every turn is broken.
I mean, they made +1 to Shitty
Yeah.
Monsters, but eventually +1 into GG. So
I mean,
Not
they
to
still
mention-
have
it's pretty solid.
Not to mention, they even if they open up one monster, like the chances are it's a gadget or it's gear frame.
or
So-
Goldfish.
If they play
But that's not
3
out yet.
of each,
That's not out yet.
that's 12 cards in their deck that they can instant +1.
Yeah.
And then Gear Frame, so that's 15.
No, it's
No, that is 12.
No.
It's 12.
Unless there's another
Oh,
gadget
sorry.
that we don't know
I
about.
missed
gadget.
Is there another
Yeah.
gadget that we don't know about?
Blue-
Is there a pink gadget?
Oh, there's Blue Gadget
Oh,
Cross.
but that's in their extra
Okay, that
deck.
counts.
That's
Well,
that's
that
that's
already
log
counts.
on. That's log on, guys.
Basically counts.
All right,
Um,
what else is there? What else?
Okay, so this is awesome. I'm glad you put these down, but not heroes. Are you serious? You put the Dolces and Prophecy, but not
They're,
heroes.
they're
Okay.
new decks.
No, no, no,
That's
no.
why I wanted to have them on there, because they're new decks.
And
Prophecy.
I don't know. It's fine.
Prophecy, unfortunately, is going to suffer the same fate as anything else that relies on the grave, with the additional massive vulnerability to
They
fire.
can they can use D-Fissure probably.
No, because for their field to go off. Well, okay, yeah, they can use Defissure, but they're going to die to Macrocosmos because they need
Oh,
their
yeah,
spells in the
they'll-
grave.
There's a spiritual water art version of that deck. Now I don't know if you guys have seen
Oh,
that.
Yeah,
the-
because the
That
the little
500
dude
The
is
Stratos is
Yeah.
water.
Yeah, so they search that and then they summon it at set.
I like the deck. It has you can use Lilas, Kaiku, Breaker.
I do feel like
chaos with
I do feel like if we're
Yeah,
talking
so-
about like a pure prophecy deck, so somebody rip ass. I'm pretty sure somebody ripped ass. Did you rip ass?
Not on YouTube, Vince. People
Hi.
are gonna know. You better edit this out.
Anyway,
I
so
can't.
sorry, YouTube.
I can't.
So no, the
it's
problem with the
you.
prophecy deck is not so much even its playability. I think it's just the fact that Konami really screwed up its ratio of rarity because
Yeah.
all the good cards are secret. So all the really
no,
meta.
there's altars and ultis.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
Oh, because altars and altis are just packed all the time.
So as shiny as Lightsworn when it came out.
Yeah,
Yeah.
this is but it's not as good as Lightsworn because JD isn't.
I mean,
Oh, no,
Priestess
Priestess
is
is
like
pretty
2.5,
pro.
Yeah.
Oh, reveal 3 spell books. Draw.
Yeah, but Priestess is
Yeah, but that's where shit like Mind Crush is gonna just be like.
Yeah.
all
I love my Mind Crush.
all the good cards are really secret rare and expensive.
Yeah.
So I feel like all the really players who are going to focus on winning are going to be playing Prophecy.
It's a really expensive deck for how much it doesn't do.
It's a DN deck.
Yeah, it's a
Bottom line.
And I think the most important thing is the deck really has no defense.
Yeah.
They don't
No.
really make
They-
traps. I mean, it's
Trags.
Well, you can
Trags is like their
Trags.
only defense.
You can play a trap version of it, but it's a lot slower.
yeah. I mean, if you want to play the turbo build, that's going to actually do
Yeah.
something.
Their
Yeah.
turbo build.
You're really susceptible to Dark Hole and then
Yeah.
dropping all your monsters.
Their
Like
turbo
Garridos,
build
right? Unless
plays.
you have Stardust, then you just.
Their turbo build plays Trags and Gores, and that's about it on their defense. Personally, I think they should
They're
probably be
Gores.
playing Battle Faders in there too, just because for that kind of a turbo build and for being that susceptible to OTK.
The only time Fader should be in
They-
a deck is when Caius is in it too.
No, I don't think
No.
Vader.
No, I'll play the.
Technically,
I'll play the
Delg.
spellcaster mono.
Delg is a spellcaster, but
Oh, okay.
it doesn't make it
We'll
any
play-
good.
Just
We'll
put
play
card
Bell.
card. Just put
Doesn't make
card
it
card.
any good.
Yeah.
We can't put card in Grand Mole every deck, Jeff.
Even
I'm
though
sorry.
they
You
are
can
all-
put card card in.
I cannot play
Okay,
card because I already draw too much as it is.
What about Dark Hole?
Actually, I have seen card.
No, it's bad.
bad.
It's horrible.
It's terrible because it takes away the entire rest of your turn.
Yeah, no, I have to.
You
I have to
activate
plus.
all your spell
I have to
cards.
+2, not +1.
Would you rather have it be card or like a snow or a brow or beige?
I don't know.
I'd rather have
All I
first
know is
turn
card
2
card
Grappas,
busted.
Lefire, Deck Dev, and Eradicator set.
Sir, Card's
GG.
busted in the right deck, and Dark Worlds is the wrong deck.
Dark World's the wrong
It's
deck.
Tech 1. Tech 1.
You're talking to the
We're
master
not
here.
checking.
This is resident expert on Dark
I
World.
played Dark World before they came out.
Oh shit! My favorite deck on here.
We have to hit.
Oh, we have to wind
Did we
that
talk
off,
about
sorry.
Medolces?
No, I was about to hit Medolces. Shit's broke as shit.
No, we don't have Medolce.
Medolces-
See, it's.
All right. Let's talk about Medolces. If you don't know about, it's a new deck came out. It focuses on
It's the new gadget
spamming
deck.
kind of
Kind of, yeah.
field spell card and gaining all this card advantage, and then you use your card advantage to try to get over their stuff.
They're better recyclers than Gustos are.
Okay,
Okay, we don't.
I have to
But
talk about.
Gustos, as far as recycling, is like one of the best.
That's
decks.
the only comparison I can think of. Like,
But see, Medolces are cool because if you have Chateau, which is their field spell. For those of you who don't know,
It's broken as fuck because
It's
they
so
get
good.
500 attack.
It is so good.
if all the Medolces,
Right.
first of all the Medolces, in case you don't know, whenever they go to the graveyard, their trigger effects, which is stupid, but it's whatever. It's that return back to the deck, and Chateau allows you to return to your hand. So if you play the field spell Chateau and you play Magiling, even though they're warning it, you still get Magiling back to your hand. So
And then
really,
you get
they just paid 2,000 life points, so you didn't get a search, and then you flip
Pay
off
2,000
and you're like,
life points to
lol.
compulse.
Medolces are really good in the fact that they recycle everything and they laugh at compulse so much. Like, people don't realize how bad it is to compulse a Medolce when they have Ticket on the field.
Oh, Ticket's like one to
Ticket
factory.
is better than Factory. Because if you have a Fairy Medolce on the field, Tiramisu,
Yeah.
God, that's hard. Instead of whatever monster that you added to your hand with Ticket going to your hand, it special summons to the field. So if you wanted to add, I don't know, Messengelato,
Volume of Beast.
yeah.
Don't worry, I'll be doing my segment on Medolces. You'll all understand the Medolce lingo.
Medolces, their real susceptibility, I think, lies one in skill drain for the fact that they can't.
They
They're
can't do
all
anything.
small and can't really do much without their effects.
I
And
feel like
they're
Soul Drain's
super.
better.
They're super susceptible. Soul Drain is better.
Soul Drain is
They're
I
really
don't expect them to
susceptible
actually top. but
to
it's
Soul
better.
Drain and
Skill.
Macrocosmos.
And Skill Drain.
And,
Like, they
yeah,
can't
and Skill
surge
Drain.
ever. I mean, that's all they do is search.
If
With
they get their
Mangerine and Messengelato.
if they get their effects shut down, they're basically screwed.
I mean,
They do need a turn setup. I mean, that's
They-
why they're going to be like a.
it's a
It's
nice
not
rogue
popular
deck for now. I will say that if they get their combos going, it's great. If they
If
size
they
up,
open Chateau Magiling Offering, you just
they win.
Yeah.
I mean, there's no other
You,
way for
oh,
them
it's
to
Starlight, especially
And
Starlight.
Starlight.
Like you can't.
Also,
win.
Croufsong is really broken in that deck.
Croissant is
yeah.
awesome.
But
But
okay,
other than the advantage that deck has for it is that other than Tiramisu, it's super freaking budget. Like everything is common or rare.
in Magiling.
Or with the
it costs like
exception
I think $70.
With the
Comments don't
exception
actually cost
of-
anything.
Medolchapalooza, which is a super.
That's like a
Which is an
dollar
okay card.
to-
I thought it was really broken because with Chateau,
No,
they
It's
return
really
to the deck.
it's good.
the hand, but
It's
it
good to
doesn't.
have as like a second offering.
Yeah,
It's,
just
it's
the
okay.
OTK.
And
I
it's
didn't like it.
It's searchable though.
I,
which is
every
what
time I
makes
had
it
an
good.
Medolce,
Tech one.
hold on.
Tech one.
Let's not go on too much about Medolces because
Yeah.
We'll hit it
let's
like
be honest,
this.
they're not going to top 30. Like I love the deck.
I
and all.
think we might see one top 32 if
I'm
you've
gonna-
got someone who's.
I'm going to be
skilled
generous
enough
and
with
say
the
top 64.
okay,
That's
we'll
fine.
give you
we'll
that.
see. We'll see.
We'll
We'll
see.
see.
Fuck.
What else?
Saxmorns? Let's not talk about them.
Saxmorns, same susceptibility to macro, but
Hardest susceptibility to macro.
Inconsistencies.
Yeah, definitely inconsistencies.
Alright, well, I think that's everything on the list.
I go
Do
back.
we-
is
Do we
that
forget
everything?
any?
You guys want
Well,
to
there's
talk
an
about
others. Did we?
Great.
No, it's just anything.
Grape. No, we're not talking about that deck.
I don't know. I mean, it
That's
has
because you can't search.
No, no, no.
styles.
in all the monsters, Royal Tribute is really good.
And let's. How good is Necro Valley right now? I mean, what that? How
Necro Valley doesn't
Necro
do
Valley's-
shit.
Negra Valley.
Males don't.
Negra Valley isn't good right now
It's just not as good as it used to be.
because every effect really that's used in the graveyard, like used towards the graveyard, besides like Reborn and stuff, is in the graveyard.
It's good.
Or
It's pretty good
their
against
own effects.
agents and Chaos Dragons, though. I will say, and there are a lot of agents and Chaos Dragons in Barcelona.
It actually kind of reminds me, Malefics is another deck that we should talk about.
Oh
Because they can main macro, they can main soul drain, they can main skill drain, and they can shit on you with 4,000.
Oh, what about Samurai?
4,500.
Samurai.
Oh, Sam's.
Oh yeah, Seal Void Calcos.
Sam.
I mean,
I don't think
actually,
Sam's are popular.
One of the scariest locks that you can pull off really easy with Malefics now that I don't think people think about is Orichalcos, Malefic Stardust, or Malefic Cyberend, and Packy.
I mean,
Yeah, GG.
Good game.
with protection.
Good game, nice try. Yeah.
Set Starlight.
Set Starlight and then
Deep
set
Prison.
like Warning and Deep Prison or Bottomless or
Let's
something.
see.
That's
It's
a lot
just,
of
it doesn't
cards.
So
matter.
we have all these.
You need card. You need card.
We need
No,
card and Grand Mold. That's what we need.
Not Grand, not Grand. I
Three
would
card, one Grand Mold.
No,
deck, and
three,
it's fucking broke.
three card.
Take a Cyber Dragon.
Three
Take
card
a Cyber
card is
Dragon.
actually kind of legit though for that deck. They need it just to be able to push.
But they also need Grand Mold and Cyber Dragon. Every deck does.
Shut up.
Okay, so
Okay.
Are we?
Including my token disaster deck, right?
Sam's.
Sam's.
Because I was trying to.
no,
Oh.
the deck like
The deck
Lose
is
the
the
reveals.
deck is a spell
Jeff,
trap.
how did you do against first turn Gateway with the water deck?
All right, I'm just gonna say I saw things that happened on DN. All right. I'm not bragging or anything, but he did have first turn Gateway, first turn Dojo, and he just nutted on me. He had Naturia Beast, Naturia Barkion, and
Did he have Sheehan?
he didn't have Shien. He had second turn Shien, and then another Naturia Barkion. So I'm not gonna say he's the
Oh, so
best
he's already
player.
a bad player because he played 2 Barkion.
Yeah,
Yeah.
pretty
I
much.
know.
it's DN.
Yeah, it's DN. It happens on DN.
I mean, I
Whatever.
expect a series to
But-
blue star.
I still got through it all. Like
That's actually a
There's-
card.
it was just a
Or
It
maybe
was
it's just
sad.
poop on them,
It
right?
was sad. It just I cleared the field. I
Yeah.
still even had card advantage. It was.
Didn't you kill 2 first turn gateways?
Yeah.
There's that first turn
Yeah,
gateway.
yeah. And then I
Yeah.
had another one earlier today, but it was only gateway.
The honest problem with Sam's
Oh,
right
yeah.
now is that they are an anti-spell and trap deck, and the strongest decks right now don't need their spells and traps to kick the shit out of you.
I don't know.
The one that topped a while ago, what was that, Indy?
They won.
The one that won.
that
Indy.
won, it was really aggressive. Like, and
It's
it,
probably because the one of
it
the
went
best
shock
decks out
master.
there was Geargy and windups.
Yeah.
So
That's true.
That's,
I played right next to him in the feature match, and it was over so fast I didn't even know what happened. So
Yeah. maybe that's another good thing they had going for him. Nobody knew what he was running.
Alright,
It
but
was over so fast.
But the thing is now, Trag is so prevalent. Like, Trag alone just flips a middle finger to...
I love taking
to
Sheehan.
say-
Ditch a 5.
Speaking of
Yeah.
drag,
Okay, I'll
Speaking
speak
of
of track. Hieratics. Yeah.
it's-
Oh, well,
Deck is nutty.
Deck's pretty
Now they can go goose
That,
off max.
they topped, when was that? 2
Same-
YCSs
yeah,
ago?
Indy again.
Indy
got
got
fourth.
fourth. Indy, they got fourth. Yeah.
yeah.
behind Mock gadgets.
Yeah.
Because gadgets are broke.
But I mean, Hieratics, they can literally just sit there and not do anything and keep their hand,
Yeah.
and they
The
don't
problem-
they don't give anything for
They
anyone
play
to
kind of
pop,
like
Nothing
Chaos
to play
Dragons
around.
a little
nothing
bit
to play
too.
around, and then
Yeah.
they can just OTK without anything on the field.
But it's
The
kind
decks
of...
are out. Decks are out. Agents,
But
Chaos
if they
Dragons, Mermails, no traps.
But
Well,
if-
okay,
yeah.
all right.
Mermails
Not
play
that
a little
many
bit more
traps.
traps.
But with
They play like
Heretics, if
8.
they don't draw tough nuts, it's kind of like...
But now,
This is
so
not
now
right.
they'll always have it because they're getting a super. So
Yeah.
they just tough nuts
That's,
all
that's
day.
another video. We should talk
Yeah.
about that.
All right, so I think we've hit all the decks.
Have we done
Yeah.
everything?
That's
If we could keep going about decks,
I'm sure.
but,
I
I mean,
don't know
there's-
how many people are actually still watching this video.
Yeah,
But if
sorry.
you
I don't
are,
know.
if you are,
if you
Thank you.
stuck with it,
Thank you. We
Good
appreciate
job.
it.
Good job.
We really do.
we should give like a top 3. What do we think is going to be
Top 3
like
finals.
top 3?
Top 3 and
Or
then
top
three
agents,
decks.
rogue decks.
top 4, and then
The
what
top
we
four.
think is going to be in the finals.
Agents,
Let's go top 8. because
Agents,
that's,
agreed.
that's a little more
No,
top
it's-
8.
Okay.
Agents.
Top 8.
agents.
How many agents? How many agents?
I don't know how many.
But
Just
let's
call
not
it.
say how many, but let us say what we think will be in the top 8.
Okay.
It could be 3, it could be 8 decks. I don't really care.
Agents.
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 Water.
Water. Chaos Dragons. I think we'll see 1.
Expect to see some gadgets, man.
I can see Machina.
I could see Machina getting
I
it.
can
Or
see.
some machine deck.
I'm just
Either-
saying like 1 or 2.
Not
Yeah.
Geargia. No, like not
Not
Geargia.
Gear.
No, not Gear yet.
Gallus OTK.
Not something that like you're gonna expect.
Oh shit! Yeah, no, some Gallus decks on the top. Forgot about that.
Some Gallus decks.
Somehow
will
it'll
get top
Cyber-
three.
Cyber-
They'll probably
I'll
be
take it,
Dino
yeah.
Rabbit,
We'll,
There
will
say
be Dino Rabbit.
and maybe like 1 windups.
I can see it.
The
Yeah.
decks.
The one that actually
decks
knows how to
good.
play.
The one that
Yeah.
actually, the person that.
So-
It's
so-
a rough deck. Like,
Essentially, the decks you probably paid attention to. I was talking about.
Yeah, so
Dark
Chaos
Wolves?
Dragons, Agents.
Dark Wolves?
all right.
Oh,
Rogue decks. Okay, I could see Hieratics taking some gold home. I could, just because there's less traps and it's less
Yeah.
for Sue to have to push through. But overall,
That's
I think Water's gonna take it. What do you guys think is gonna take it?
Agents. All the way. Simon He-Man.
I already said
I'm rooting
gadgets.
for you.
I think it's gonna be Water. Water's the best deck.
It's too fast for first turn
Oh.
macro. I'm just gonna say, or not. Sorry, not first turn macro. Just macro. Like you have to draw into it. Like sometimes you just don't have it. You don't have it. They do. They might have the
Yeah,
NST.
if the person playing
Now
macro
works.
doesn't open macro or have it when water's going off, then macros just doesn't matter.
Yeah. And
Get ready to get shadowed.
honestly, as much as I think macro rabbit or something like that will do well, if they don't draw the macro, it's kind of a hard press game for them. So I do think it'll either be agents or water that'll end up topping this one.
All right.
But it'll be interesting. It'll be good.
It'll be
This
good to
will
watch.
be a damn good YCS.
We'll follow it up.
We'll have a follow up
Yeah,
video.
it's
We'll
okay.
follow up about how if
How we were right.
yeah.
You should keep watching. Comment, rate, subscribe.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Thanks,
those are good things, but I don't know how long this video is, but it's done.
So
So, thank you.
So